And we're back. So, second shift. Vroondomon, you are shaken, not stirred, by a sort of bag under his eyes, Biff Longsteel, who sort of shakes you awake and says, "Buddy, you're up. Nothing really to report. Except, well, the drow disappeared around the corner."
Okay.
He'll be back, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. So just keep an eye out.
We'll keep an eye out.
Good night, Drew.
Good night.
Who's the other one you wake? Zal?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, was Zal awake for that whole thing? Ooh, no. Oh, no. That's a 9. He's got a +7 in perception. Who knew Minotaurs were so perceptive? Yeah, the big brute basically sort of, there's, the moment he opens his eyes, but sort of shakes, there's a sort of shimmer that goes across him. Wait, question, does he have, they do have dark vision, okay. He has a few sort of words in which you would recognize as primordial.
Oh, yes. I do speak primordial.
Oh, he speaks primordial. That's good to know.
Well, normally Minotaurs speak abyssal because they're dependent on a specific demon. In this case, they're creatures of Uptao, and so primordial. Oop.
Oh,
Oh,
Who did we lose?
yeah.
Well, run.
our dear.
What do you mean? You call him for a shift, and then no, there you go.
My Discord suddenly reconnected.
Anyways, you are awake now. Make me a perception check.
Because my internet seems to have worked for a second there, and everything needs to reload.
Oh, okay. Well, a question: is there anything that you wish to do during your shift?
No, I'm just chatting with. I'm just chatting with Sal.
What about?
Just the same stuff that we were talking about before.
Okay. I mean, if you're, I'm guessing, the conversation goes towards
Yes, exactly.
I was about to say Ukatoa. Uptao. Yeah, it's weird in a sense because you, as a paladin, you follow Uptao as a matter of faith, right?
Yes.
For Zal, it's a matter of there's no faith when you have knowledge. Whereas he, in a sense, he knows what he is, and he knows Ukatoa the same way he's a bodyguard for a boss, right? It's just, I work for him, we wander his maze, we are, he molded us in our ways, and so there's no faith in Uptao on his end. It's just, yeah, he existed, we knew about it, we didn't pray to him because he didn't want us to pray. There's I guess you would get some insight on Uptao, and most of the fact that literally the reason why Uptao left was most likely because his followers didn't get the message.
Didn't get as in didn't understand, I guess.
Yeah.
They didn't understand the fact that they were there to Uptao was not a protector. Uptao was not there to answer prayers. Uptao he created Chult. He saw it, he was happy, he was very happy just to look at how things were doing, but he's very much a survival of the fittest, and so divine intervention is against his whole thing.
Yeah. Yep.
How does Vroon see to that? I mean, yeah, Pact of Glory, or Oath of Glory, I'm guessing.
Yes, exactly. Like, yeah, no, like, it's one of those just like, yeah, no, I can see why it's why you that's why he did this, but we have not lost faith. My people have not lost faith.
But faith in what?
In him. I think he will return.
Why does he need to return? If it is to be just a passive observer, whether he is here or not does not change how he sees the people of Chult.
I think he will want to know how his creation is doing.
And you think that he does not know? Trying to...
I think he might be watching all this time.
Tell me. There has been many secrets and many treasures here in Omu that we have guarded in these labyrinths that have now been turned into a tomb. There is a purpose of my people to guard one of the mouths of the Black Serpent. The one who eats dreams, devours nightmares. You know this one?
Yes.
My people were to guard this site, these treasures, to make sure that that does not happen. When Uptao left, the charge remained. His
Yes.
purpose is to keep the serpent from devouring Chult. The serpent is still maintained, still imprisoned. So why do you believe that Uptao left?
Because his followers did not leave. His will is still here.
So why do you need Uptao to return?
I do not need him to return. I just believe that he will.
But you believe he does, that he will return. So there is a need for it. If you think of his return, it's because you wish his return.
No. For me, I think he may be watching. I think he may be waiting. I do not need him to return.
But you wish for him to return.
No.
So why have faith that he will?
It's a gut feeling.
But that is not faith. Expectation.
I think expectation is faith as well.
So it is not expectation then. If you do not wish for him to return, if you do not need him to return, you do not expect him to return, why have faith? This, I am not questioning you. Particularly, I am not mocking your faith. But these are questions that are asked to any one of us when we are young, to understand our purpose. We were molded for a purpose. We were assigned a purpose. We do not need someone above us to tell us more. We do not have faith in the one who created us because he does not want our faith. He wants our purpose.
And we will serve our purpose.
So what is your purpose then?
I have decided that my purpose will be to make a new place for my people.
Your people. Here on Chult. And by your people, do you... the ones who look like you?
Yes.
Or do you mean all peoples of Chult?
First, my people, then all people of Chult.
Then we are in agreement.
Yes.
It is said that when Obtau was given the task to inter the Black One, he made two peoples. One to wander the halls and guard from those who would climb the walls, and another to build the walls. I have never seen one of your kind. But
I've never seen one of yours.
I believe that descriptions of the beasts that built the walls to the prison would be of your stature.
Perhaps.
So why are you not of Omu? Why are you where you are? And he's gone,
He
folks.
really doesn't want to have this conversation.
Crisis of faith, people.
Oh man, such difficult questions. Legion.
Ah, there we go.
Now Discord just completely crapped the bed.
Crashed.
Oh, great. We were basically asking why are the Luxodon not beasts of Omu? Why are they elsewhere?
I do not know.
if you were to build the walls, would you not stay upon its battlements?
What a timing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it gives them time to answer these questions.
Yes. But,
Okay, it's okay. I'm just not gonna touch anything.
Yeah, don't worry. You can stay without the camera.
Well, camera was fine before. Yeah, it's now I tried to pop out the window again and it disappeared again. So I'm not gonna do that again.
Fair. Technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah.
We've only been doing this for what, 3 years? We're still.
This is new.
Yeah. I think the rest of the. I mean, unless you have specific questions, the rest of the conversation is basically him. Sort of, there's discussions about, again, so faith, the nature of your two peoples, and maybe a bit of little sort of history that he knows as knowledge that maybe might link to some of your creation myths, but you're not exactly sure. You're not a scholar. You haven't been initiated into the secrets of Luxodon history, because let's face it, Luxodons are from Eberron, and we just made this up at the beginning of the campaign, and these are questions that I'm coming up with now.
Ravnica even. Ravnica.
Oh, Ravnica, yes, absolutely. Sorry. I get my, yeah. But there's
I had to decide a place where Luxodon could be from, and I was like, ooh.
He was ooh. That was the perfect moment. And I ooh, blinded by the lights. No, 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 no.
Okay, you know what? I am going to move to the next shift. We can have this conversation later at time. I don't think Zal is going anywhere.
Run?
We're not hearing you.
Bahoo! Bahoo!
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it. We'll see when Jan can join back. Third shift. Who would it be?
That would be me.
I think if Gale is alone, I think I will send again Nugget to keep.
So.
Okay.
Yeah,
he
I
just
get it.
said-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we've got to restart. Okay. There's so as Vroon. Actually, I should ask who is Vroon going to be waking up. But unfortunately, but yeah, Gale, as you wake up, it had been decided that you would. I mean, the drow was not going to be part of your watch as part of the schedule, right? It's just, well, I'm going to be awake, and he's going to
be there.
He's going to be there. So I guess.
I mean,
you're used to standing watch alone potentially, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm not moving the cameras around. Don't worry. Just
Yeah,
listen.
no.
There's nothing happening on the screen. So just sit down, relax, grab yourself something strong, because we all need it. And just listen to the sounds of her voice.
You can play with Leroy and Nugget.
Technically, I'm supposed to be holding watch, so.
Well, if you play fetch with Nugget, you can watch all of the room.
So, what?
Do you want a perception check, maybe?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Nugget will help while doing the scanning of like a watchtower, like.
I mean, it's not exceptional, but
Yeah. So I guess the question is, what brings, as you realize, you are told that the drow a couple of hours ago was seen moving into the corridor there to the east. Has not come back. I guess what is, and sort of Laryl is moving about, chase. But this time, as you see Laryl chasing Nugget, there's a difference in energy between the two, I guess. But what brings your focus? Is there anything that your mind wanders to?
Gale is gonna. Actually, the discussion she had with Heinrich, deeper than the influence of Unk, probably stirs something up in Gale, where she realizes there is something there. There is something, an exterior influence. This is not me. Stirred by the comments she had. So she's going to go into a half trance, something like a meditation, but while keeping alert to all the sounds that are going on around her. Just doing, as a cleric, as a cleric of a cult that is not focused on vocal prayers but more introspection and self-betterment, she's fairly used to doing those mental inventories of herself. So she's just gonna let everything settle and try to take stock of what is me, what is that influence, and trying to separate them as much as possible and shake off part of Unk's influence.
Okay. Make me wisdom's what was it? Charisma saving throw? I think was the
To resist, yeah.
Yeah, resist possession was a charisma. Let me have a look here once again. Charisma saving throw, please. Okay, a 16.
Yeah.
16 being the DC for these. Yeah, there's a moment of introspection, and it's almost like finding a window in a dark room, where all of a sudden you pull the curtains. There's that flicker of light that illuminates, and it's going, yes, something. I am being encased, not controlled,
but
influenced into non-action.
The way it would probably appear in Gale's mind, she being very linked to the sea and the water, is the oil spill above the water.
Yeah. Something of the light of the exterior as is preventing. Actually, no. It'd be more. Well, oil slick is not an analogy, but I would think maybe ice. Sort of an iced surface where you are looking down. You are above the ice, looking down, and you know that those thoughts, that turmoil of all that training, is there behind a sheet of ice, and you just can't access to it. And you mention an oil slick. In that visual mind, that ice is shimmering in multicolored hues, very much similar to that of a flail snail's shell. But there's just that moment of reflection where you realize you make a crack into it. You have to just a limited amount of access to your thoughts and realizing, I should not be like this. This is not me. Ankh, as much as they maybe try to sort of slow you down, well, the charisma saving throw says that you pass their defenses. Because you also understand Ankh's motivation, or lack of, but they are not going to leave you willingly. None of the gods are.
The old Gale, the real Gale, shines through. That ice is broken, so.
But you really can, but you can see in this image, you can see it reforming.
Yeah, it's piercing, and that is the moment that Gale is gonna take and just tell Ankh, I am tired of this. This isn't me, and you are not gonna stay in my head very long. She's gonna shed the robe of scintillating colors.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one of the signs of Ankh's possession, so she's gonna get rid of it more for her than for any.
Yeah, it's symbolic.
Yeah. And just continue meditating and fighting off Ankh's influence as long as she can during her watch. So it's really gonna be an internal battle, actually.
I would say I'll say this. The moment where that crack in the defenses brings you that idea, the shell reforms itself, blocking as well any sort of direction or decision making from your part. But because you are not that one directive, get rid of Ankh, is not polluted by any other decision making, it still resonates like a single note in silence. So while you have difficulty pushing Ankh's influence, and Ankh's shell takes you back in again into that cocoon of non-decision, of undecision, still that idea floats around in your head and will stay there until morning. So morning, you will be able to act upon that one decisive thought. Is there anything else?
Well, no one's awake, I guess.
Well, Zal has been sort of one-eyed open. Minotaur is maybe just realizing that he wasn't going to leave you alone, and so, but without communicating, he just sort of sits there in the corner, making sure that everything's okay. Anything else on your watch?
I'll keep an eye out for the drow, trying to see if...
Do you follow him into the corridor or not?
If Zal's awake, I'll just... was that corridor scouted by Sorsha or someone else? Did
No.
someone do the length? Okay, then I won't move.
Okay.
I don't know what the Dro's knowledge is of the tomb or what his perception of traps is, but nope.
We all know now as players that he has an intimate knowledge of the tomb and his perception of the trap is exceptionally high. Okay. Last watch. As Heinrich, you are shaken awake by Gale.
I look half awake to Gale. You okay?
You're muted, love.
Sorry. I will be.
That's what I needed to hear, and I'll waddle off to. I'll waddle off to somewhere comfortable, and I'll keep watch.
Are you exiting the dome?
I'll put myself in a position that.
Don't worry.
that I can
Don't worry.
keep
I'm
watch.
not going to. No. Don't worry. You've been doing this long enough.
So
Your usual half in, half out position.
yeah. And I think just as a reflex, without it's even he's not thinking about it, because he has been working on stuff. And there's a moment he has his coat, and just like a reflex or something that he's done one time, he just puts the coat on Sorsha, and then he goes to keep guard.
You realize that maybe usually that doesn't wake her, or at least it seems like it doesn't wake her.
Look,
But
Heinrich is Heinrich, okay? He doesn't
no,
notice.
but this time she looks at you. Maybe she's probably a bit more on guard.
Are you okay?
Yep. Are you?
If you need to talk, I'm
Yeah.
here for you.
It's
Can I do an insight check?
You may.
Because, yeah.
What I want you to do, Sorsha, is to whisper to me. So in Roll20, whisper to me a d20 plus the bonus either deception or persuasion, depending on what you're going to be using.
How do I roll privately?
Slash
do it-
whisper slash W
W.
space roll 1d20 plus.
You can also select it in Beyond 20 quick settings, always whisper or ask every time, so you can change your setting on whispered rolls.
If you right click on a skill check, you can also just do a send to Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Okay, that is cool. I'm learning something new.
Yeah,
today.
so
That
am
is
I.
so cool.
So
Wow.
What is the roll you wanted?
So if you're trying to lie to him, it'd be deception. If you were trying to, if you're
Convince
not
him.
convince him, that would be persuasion.
Well, she's alright. I mean, there's no drove around. She's alright. She's alright, but doesn't mean that. I guess it will still be deception because she's holding part of it. So yeah, I will use deception.
Okay. Well, actually, that was the whole point. Is that not to? Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see that, or
Yeah, everybody saw
We
that.
do. And,
Yeah.
and
Don't worry. Okay. We're still working on that mechanic, folks. No worries.
I clicked on the only the DM, but
I'm also gonna try something.
Anyways, yeah, so a 20. So, yeah, you are not aware. With a 19 in insight, a 20 is more, so.
you are close.
So close.
Okay, I'll do my job, and you relax. You're to try to rest. If something is there, you will probably hear me scream very loudly to warn everyone.
Yeah. So, Leroy will welcome me also.
Well, there you go. So,
He's a good boy, by the way. Don't be too mad at him. And just goes fast to sleep.
and I'll sit down and I'll be observing and be with my own thoughts for a moment.
Okay. The night, the few hours go unbothered, basically. And once again, you were made aware of the drows just wandering the dungeon. No drow in sight.
Just a shrug.
I'll have warned him about that, saying
Yeah.
the drow has disappeared
Yeah.
since.
I think I'll mumble a bit, and I'll say things like, "Huh, a warm meal, my own bed, even doing my father doing his hand trick again. That would be nice, yeah." God. And after that, yeah, I'll observe and.
Okay. Your night is dreamless. No.
No visitors saying
No
hello.
visitors.
I've been stressing about that so much.
And you may now, all of you, hit the long rest button.
Yes.
Up.
Ah,
Which means I can switch my spells.
Yes.
same
Oh, yeah,
here.
maybe have a
Same
look as
here.
well.
Yes. So you go away.
Yeah, okay. You can still see that. Okay. Right. So,
What's the spell I'm looking for again?
you are looking for protection from evil. Protection from evil and good.
Is it
Dispel.
just
No, sorry.
protection?
Dispel evil
Yeah.
and good. Which is a 5th level spell.
There's no lower level spells that do the same thing?
Nope.
Okay, so I didn't have any 5th level spells left, but my spell is actually already prepared.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, and by morning tradition.
Yeah, by morning tradition. It's coming. No worries.
It's like wake up, look at Mama Gale for a moment, like well, I guess mage armor.
You'll both get your morning hugs with a little more oomph to them as well.
Damn, divine hugs.
Oh, no, they won't. Okay. Right. As the morning prepares, Biff sort of stretches himself. Lucanu, still in her armor, sort of, again, same thing, sort of morning stretches, making sure that everything's... She doesn't seem that bothered by having, basically wearing plate armor throughout the whole night.
Yeah, that's probably the magic effect of hers.
If you only knew. Right. So,
Gale is gonna take a little bit of time because she's got a couple of spells to cast this morning. So 1, 2, those are done normally. Yep. With the morning hugs to Sorsha and Heinrich. And she'll actually, that would be during her morning prayers meditation that at some point a circle appears around her and waves, really ocean, almost storm waves of magic appear around her, and they contract, and they're really like battling something up until the moment where there's a final crash, a little flicker of lightning, and the dispel evil and good. Ooh, nice.
I mean, there's no... It's automatic.
Well...
Oh, wait. Wait. Is it automatic? Let's see. I want to see the spell. Let's see the spell.
As your action, you can touch a creature you can reach that is charmed, frightened, or possessed by a celestial elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. The creature you touch is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And I could also do it as a dismissal, but then there is a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, it's not dismissed. It's the enchantment part.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess with the fact that I cast Unk out, I have to go back to my
Now you don't. You can keep the robe of scintillating colors if you wish, as you are shunted out. So this is something that you all see, as these shimmering waves crash into Gale. You can see, just again, as we mentioned before, sort of like that oil slick on the top of water, the shimmering presence being pushed out little by little. And Lucanu and Za are just wide-eyed, wondering what's going on. But as the spectral form of a scintillating shell is knocked out and shimmers back into the coat, Lucanu has drawn her sword. And Zal, in the same sort of way, seeing that his commander has drawn blade, readies his axe again. And in common, Lucanu says, "What that? Why?"
Did I miss something?
No. Well,
Where she
maybe
said-
because of the spirit that's leaving Gale. Which is why I'm leaving Gale.
No,
The-
but Sorsha doesn't. It's not visible, right?
It is very visible.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is. Yeah, you see.
It is
Oh.
very visible.
It's magic. You, especially with your eyes,
Yes.
you're able to see even
Okay.
more.
True.
I
true.
didn't
You've-
picture it
yeah.
as literally visible.
You've always, whenever there was a possession, there was always a visual effect. Either the
audible.
shadows moved in, or there was smoke, or something along those lines. In this case, very much so. You saw Unk sort of, again, sort of splatter, sort of literally melt into the coat. And Gale, having basically exercised herself.
Having
Okay.
taken a second to breathe, Gale will lift up her eyes, see the others, and see the two with their arms ready, and just go, "Everything's fine, no worries, I'm good."
Welcome back.
To the two others, she'll say it slowly in common, trying to bridge the gap. Is
Translating the American way, yeah.
Vroon
no,
will
just
sort of-
yeah, just
like-
just going slowly. Also to allow Vroon the time to translate.
Yes, exactly. Like,
Since this is the tomb of the 9 gods, we have been coming across objects that apparently possess a sliver of their being, their essence, and those objects do bring interesting boons, but also burdens. Unk was really burdening me, so I got rid of his spirit. This is what happened.
Who else has them? I'm guessing Sorsha does not raise her hand.
I mean, Vroon will say, "I do," but
You make pact.
we make
Agreement.
an alliance with the gods or spirits that have a bone to pick with the one that killed them.
And for me, it's an agreement.
There is a litany of swear words that come out of Lucanu's mouth, which basically boil down to
Idiots!
pretty much.
Vroon, what does that word mean? And what does
Oh, you
that
don't
word
want to know
mean?
that one.
Come on, I want to learn a new language. Come on, Vroon, say what's that word?
Quick, he turns on the helm of understanding languages and
It
just
was
goes
something
red.
about your mother.
Yeah, it's something
time for
along the
comprehend language.
It's a lot of you know,
A litany of curses.
your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled
No, it's not
strawberries.
strawberries, yes.
It is clear that at first she trusted you. Now she's definitely going to have second thoughts about anything you do. At least you two. And she's actually going to make an she's going to make an insight check on Sorsha, yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry, I don't think she has. Yeah, insight is what, wisdom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's. I think maybe because she hasn't interacted a lot with you. I think her. I don't think with that one. I don't think she even notices that Heinrich has raised their hand. I think she was focused entirely on you, Vroon.
Fair enough.
How? What? Dumb beast! I think is the one that sort of comes out towards the end. Sal sort of raising an eyebrow, going, "Seriously? That's where you went?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Vroon doesn't get angry easily, but when he gets angry, oof. And there's definitely a what did you just call me?
Vroon, you wanted to do some morning sparring with me, right? Right, to blow some steam off, right? Huh? Yeah, so come with me, buddy. During breakfast, you're gonna kick my ass for a bit for all the stupid things I did these last months, and after that, we're gonna go further on our merry way. Let them be. And I'm gonna try to gently take me with you.
Yeah, and I think Zal probably does this same kind of thing. It does taking her to the side and going,
Does Sal at some point speak primordial? Because that would make me realize that we actually have a way of communicating.
Not during your. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
While I'm taking Vroon with me, Vroon, you know your worth. You know you're better than that. If they want to be ignorant and say things like that,
That's when I should kick them down into that pit. Yes, you're right. And then tries to go away from you, like, oh right, yes. Okay.
Vroon, if you want to kick their asses, do that outside in honorable combat. But now our priority is surviving this. And talking about that, and there's a moment I'll try to give a smack against Vroon with my quarterstaff to initiate the sparring, the little sparring match between me and him. To help him blow some steam off.
And that's probably actually that's the thing that's gonna work, like getting him into a fighting mood in a different direction. Where it's like, yeah, but you would not fight with your staff. Throw a spell at me, come on. And then
cantrip,
okay.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'll throw some cantrips and.
Okay. The morning routine comes to, you clean up camp, you gather your things. You are ready to move out. Where do you go?
East, I think.
Are we going down, or are we going to continue to explore? That's the question.
We have not been. Down would be either in this pit, but we have not been in this corridor to the east.
True that. Well, if we need to go into the pit, I have Featherfall ready, so we can.
We also have a different staircase already. Like, in the temple, well, the throne room, there was like a side room with a spiral staircase, which also went down, I think.
Mhm.
So we don't need to jump down. That's good.
Yeah, better. And I point to our Minotaur friend. That's gonna be difficult for.
He can squeeze in.
Well, okay. Well, I follow
No,
you guys.
the rules in the game are very clear about that. You can squeeze in a space half your size.
Okay.
So he'll be able to move in. It'll be difficult for him.
Look.
Don't ask him, but he'll be.
I managed to crawl into the pyramids of Gizeh, and
Yeah.
trust me, I needed to squeeze.
Oh, that is.
That tunnel is fucking scary, especially if an American fat lady is coming in
Up.
the opposite direction. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All that for the smell of bad guano. Anyways, empty room with bad guano. Right. So I will say this, Vroon.
Yes.
As you step in towards the last corridor.
Wouldn't you let Sorsha
Yeah, no,
check
I'm
it
letting
first?
Sorsha first, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
I'm
right.
I was just heading in the right direction. I moved my token
Okay.
quick.
So Sorsha,
Yes.
stop there.
Yes.
So, there's a moment where, as you just you step through the threshold of the room. A couple of things happen. One, you hear the grinding of stone on stone. As the rest of you look back, all 4 of these statues have turned. No, actually, Sorsha. 3 of them, by my count.
The one I
Turn.
put money on didn't turn, right?
But the other 3... Thing is, as you turn back, the 4, because Vroon right next to, right after you, basically all 4 have turned their attention towards Vroon, and Sorsha.
Oh fuck! They just
Okay.
Biff!
let's
don't
go
attack
back.
you
Biff,
if you.
on the other hand, is sitting there, sort of looking up to one and just smiling, sort of in the corner. And before we roll initiative, that's where we're gonna end for
Fuck.
tonight.
Lol.
Forgot
No,
to end
no,
that.
We all needed to pay each one of
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
But the thing is, we figured that out, but we forgot about that because
I did remind you.
Yeah. I caught it, but Gale wouldn't have caught it, seeing how she was.
and let's say that Sorsha was probably just happy that the subject of the draw didn't come up, so he was happy to.
That is very true. We will have to discuss that next
Or not.
time. Or not. Anyways, you are rested. I think he would be. He would be there. Anyways, before I get too bogged down into those details, let's get to the thanks. Thank you, my players, for another year together. Because let's face it, that's what this has all been about. So, yeah, we come to the end of another year of play. It's been a while since we started this this little YouTube channel. We've grown a little bit, while we've never intended that to be the case. I have you to thank for that. So we will be back in 2024 with the continuation of Mysteries and Monsters, Tomb of Annihilation. And next year we will see, once we finish this campaign, a new campaign for this group, alongside quite a few new campaigns as well. On the French side, as we were going to be starting Sunken Isles by what was it? Not Grim Hollow. I forget what the name of the press is. So yeah, we have Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We'll have Sunken Isles. We'll have a bit of Fate Accelerated. We'll be having a lot of fun, and all that with a lot of one shots and so forth. So happy to be with you guys and see you next year.
Bye.
So keep watching, keep engaging, and stay safe. Happy holidays, guys.
Days.